The following is brought to you by Hack Your Gut. You can read about digestion tips, longevity tips, and how to optimize your circadian rhythms at www.hackyourgut.com. Hack Your Gut, live healthy, be happy. Tips for improving your digestion. In this series, we'll go over individual tips on how you can improve your digestion, centering primarily around lifestyle and behavioral factors. Many people don't realize how important their behavior and their overall lifestyle is to their digestion. So in this series, we're just going to discuss different tips on how you can improve your digestion by changing your lifestyle and behaviors. Today's tip is to eat 3 or fewer meals a day. Now, whether you choose 3, 2, or 1 is up to personal preference. For the most part, we try to get people to eat 3 meals a day. When people focus on nutrition, they rarely look at meal frequency or meal scheduling. They only look at what they're eating and how much they're eating, and this is a mistake. Many people currently eat 5 to 6 times a day or once every 3 to 4 hours, often for blood sugar or craving reasons. Additionally, they may just not feel that they can digest a big meal. However, in the grand scheme of things, this is bad. It's not good for post-meal motility. The migrating motor complex is a cleansing pattern in the small intestine that moves chyme, which is the chewed up food mixed with digestive enzymes, towards the colon. The migrating motor complex typically kicks on during the fasted state, in other words, when the small intestine doesn't have food in it, distending it. And this normally starts after 3 to 4 hours of consuming food, depending on the size of the meal. Now, each cycle of the migrating motor complex lasts around 90 minutes, but it's interrupted during feeding. Additionally, when we eat again for the second time after a previous meal, this causes distension of the stomach, and this causes the ileocecal valve, which is the valve that separates the small intestine from the large intestine. This causes that ileocecal valve to open and moves food from the ileum into the cecum, the first part of the colon. So we want the food to be there so that when we feed again, we're pushing food in from the ileum into the cecum so that food isn't flowing back retroactively from the colon into the small intestine, along with bacteria, promoting small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. Now, another reason you may want to kind of knock your meals down to 3 or few meals a day is that more daily meals may also promote leaky gut. Now, there's only one study showing this. It was in both lean and obese men. However, the mechanisms behind how this works is essentially how we believe leaky gut works. So what they found was both lean and obese men had higher levels of endotoxin in their blood, or lipopolysaccharide, if you will, after 5 meals versus 2 meals. And this is important because LPS, or endotoxin, is the component of the cell membrane of gram-negative bacteria that live in the gut. So when you have more of that in your blood, it's making it from your gut into your blood on one way or another. It could be due to excessive calorie intake. It could be, as in here, the belief is that eating more meals prevents you from getting that migrating motor complex, so you get a buildup of bacteria in the small intestine and you begin absorbing that. There are studies in mice showing that the leakiness of your gut is regulated in part by the amount of bacteria in your intestine. And if you eat 5 meals a day, you're really not getting those sweeping migrating motor complexes to clean out the small intestine, versus if you're only eating 2 times a day. Now, you may bring up the point that, I'm doing this because I have craving problems, or, I have blood glucose issues. Well, there are some ways around that. We've worked with people who have had both of those issues. Work on your circadian rhythms. This can improve your cortisol, insulin, and melatonin, which all play a role in regulating blood glucose. Cortisol increases blood glucose, insulin decreases blood glucose, and melatonin inhibits insulin secretion at night to keep blood sugar stable while you're sleeping, but it also improves insulin sensitivity the following day so that insulin and cortisol can do their work properly throughout the day. It also regulates appetite hormones and motivational hormones. So things like ghrelin will improve when you optimize your circadian rhythms. You can also decrease your total calorie intake. You're essentially decreasing the amount of food going through your gut, so you will have less of a problem with a buildup of bacteria there. And finally, merge your snacks with your meals, which most people have a difficult time doing until they've worked on their circadian rhythms enough so that their blood sugar and appetite regulating hormones become balanced. Thank you very much for listening to today's tip. For more tips, don't forget to check out the Ultimate Gut Health Bundle. A lot of these tips are coming from that Gut Health Bundle. It is at www.hackyourgut.com/product/the-ultimate-gut-health-bundle. Thank you very much and have a nice day.